have like 9 minutes to do this before my alarm gets turned on again. It just pauses the recording. So let's try to get this succinctly done and beautifully. Okay, so cold showers. Why you, you should be taking them every single day or at least once or twice a week. Context, right? I had like some classes or something somewhere I had to be, right? Earlier today, and I was like lying in bed. I was like really just tired. I'm like, I do not want to get out of my bed, right? So I was like thinking of ways I could get up, and I'm like, oh, I should take a cold shower. I need to shower. I came back from the gym and whatnot. And my lord, because I used to take cold showers. I'll explain this a bit. I'll explain this a bit later. But I used to take cold showers like almost every single day, like back in year one and year two of medical school, right? And I clearly forgot how painful they were to start because I take my shower. I usually start with like a warm shower, right? And then I take my shower, right? And I turn it cold. And oh my god. Like when I tell you, like you start saying things that you didn't know you could say, right? When people say like, when you're like pushed to the brink of death, you really find out what type of person you are. Or I swear it was like some line from some Joker or some Batman movie. Cold showers does the same thing. Let me tell you that, right? It was really just it was an experience because I was like screaming, I was yelling, but it was oh my god. Because I think the way I want to kind of bring in, or not bring in, but kind of start this conversation or continue the conversation. I've already talked for like what 2 minutes, but cold showers is like a way of doing something hard every single day, and it's a way of basically telling your body like you're in charge, the guy up here, not whatever you're feeling. And I think that's incredibly important in so many aspects of life, right? It is brutal, genuinely brutal when you get into that cold water, right? It feels as if your body, I mean, I don't think I need to tell you, but I'll tell you either way. It's as if your body's like getting like ripped off from like the skin, and it's like it's just so uncomfortable. But that uncomfortability, if that's even a word, is kind of what allows you to be like, hey, I can get through this for so and so amount of time. Why is this other thing bothering me, right? And that's the way I see it, right? Like, for example, I used to, well, I personally didn't really have a trouble with like waking up to go to the gym in the morning, but I could see how this could be extremely useful because if you can survive like 5 minutes of just truly brutal, brutal, like cold water, then it's like everything else becomes so trivial because like say for example you have like an argument with your friend, or say for example something at work doesn't go well, or you're having a bad day, right? None of that matters. Like it's so funny because like when I used to take cold showers like almost every day, i I used to have like obviously there's like I used to have like midday and there's like things on my mind, right? And it really, like, the cold water does not care. It does not care about your troubles, doesn't care about your taxes, doesn't care about your relationships, doesn't care about anything. When you get into that cold water, you realize that all your troubles, all your problems, everything does not matter in the face of cold water. So it really brings into perspective how small our problems is or are in the grand scheme of things, right? And when you look at it like that and then you realize, wow, this is really insignificant. Like obviously, like I don't know, like you might be suffering from something, but you realize you don't really think about that. You're thinking of survival. You're thinking of I need to get to the next second. And I think that's an interesting way and a very powerful way of kind of living your life, right? But yeah, I just wanted to kind of share that. But yeah, cold showers, great.